Thank you, Africa Youth SDGs Summit, for this opportunity. It's my greatest pleasure to be here and to share my own story with young African leaders. Thank you so much. The Africa Youth SDGs Summit changed my whole life. The first time I heard about the Sustainable Development Goals was during my National Youth Service. And the only thing I could learn was the chant of SDGs action. I never knew whether there were 17 goals, whether there were 169 targets or 230 indicators. I just knew we were shouting SDGs. Every one of us would say action. That was God. Well, however, when I saw the application for the maiden edition of the African Youth SDGs Summit, it was an opportunity to learn more, meet people, and connect it with the work that I do as a non-profit leader. I have a non-profit, K-Factor Leadership and Career Academy, a youth-led NGO that helps young people in underserved communities to develop life skills through education for sustainable development, mentorship, and advocacy. So attending the summit was a great opportunity. I applied and I got a partial scholarship worth $100. To pay became difficult, and as I did, I was offering the funds to support my non-profit. I had some savings, and it would only cover for the scholarship and my transportation to Ghana by road. So I traveled to Ghana. I had no pocket money. So every night that I spent in Ghana last year, I didn't eat. But I was showing up at every event, participated in the SDGs debate, connected with amazing people. I had voice of global leaders speaking truth to power. So one key thing is to learn as much as you can here and make necessary network, show up and add value. I was in the summit when a young lady who works with the Nigerian network of NGOs introduced herself to me. The conversation started with, "What do you do?" And that was the end. We're still in contact. I got to Nigeria and she sent a form to me to become one of the African Monitor Youth Champions who work on the citizens report. To monitor the implementation of SDGs in Nigeria. I applied and I was selected. I got an all-expense paid trip to learn about SDGs, leadership, social research, and advocacy with African Monitor in South Africa. That was amazing. A dream come true. This gave me an opportunity to travel across marginalized communities, collecting data and teaching laymen about the SDGs in their local language. I also contributed to the policy brief, which includes evidences gotten from the field, and it was presented to the Senate President, who represents over 180 million Nigerians. I never thought of myself doing that last year when I attended the summit. Also, during this period, I also made it to the Carrington Youth Fellowship, a program of the U.S. Consulate in Nigeria, and I and other 4 young leaders, which from the education team got $5,000 grants to empower low-income private school teachers with contemporary pedagogy and innovative teaching methodology. I never thought I would get that too. I have also featured on several media platforms discussing about the SDGs and facilitating sessions around it. I was recently recognized by the United Nations Population Fund, the Nigerian Youth SDGs Network, German Embassy, Australian High Commission as one of the 50 young change makers championing the global goals in their local communities in Nigeria. Through the work that I do with my non-profit, which has reached out to over 1,500 secondary school students in underserved communities. I also won a mini grant from Peace Force, an international NGO in the US, and executed Kids Rural Boot Camp, a platform where students and teachers in rural communities, with the support of youth educators, co-create prototypes using design thinking to problems they face within their communities. Also started 10 days rural education campaign, which uses the power of young people and social media to share powerful quotes and stories that allow government, civil society organizations, and private individuals to prioritize the education of rural children. Today, I'll be one of the 4 young people that will be featured in Peace Force end of the year appeal and publications. The fact is, when you are called to lead, you are auditioned. Your diligence and truthfulness will pave the way for you. I was also one of the winners of the Kinista African Youth SDGs competition for my story that I shared. and I became a global goodwill ambassador, and many more. The fact is just one sacrifice changed my whole life. You just have to take that step towards creating change, and things will fall in place. I have had my down times. There were days I borrowed money to attend programs, and I couldn't pay the money back as promised. There were times I stayed up late in the night to apply to programs, and at the end of the day, I get rejected. You know when you get the mail, and you saw dear applicant. When I don't mention your name, the moment you say dear applicant, you have been rejected. Just accept it. I get multiple such rejections. There were times I cried, and I questioned myself, and I questioned my existence. I was born and raised in slum, but here I am today sharing my own story. The truth is your validation doesn't come from the number of fellowships or programs or summits you have attended. It comes from your work. Those kids you touch their hearts, those children, those people dying of poverty and you came through for them. My validation comes from seeing children in rural communities being able to transform their society and change the circumstances that they inherit. That's my validation. Nelson Mandela said, you have a limited time to stay on earth. You must try and use that period for the purpose of transforming your country into what you desire it to be. Therefore, you have to reject all negative vision in your own soul, in your blood system, and focus your attention on the positive things. To end this speech, I would quote a friend of mine, Halima Layeli, with a little tweet. People say, I am too passionate and too ambitious. But if being too passionate and too ambitious will bring me good tidings, all I ever want to be is to be too passionate and too ambitious. My tweet, people also say I am too passionate and too ambitious. Yes, that's true. But if being too passionate and too ambitious will bring me good tidings and inspire my communities to create the change they want to see and drive my community towards being a better place, all I ever want to be is to be too passionate and too ambitious for my community. We can never be too passionate and too ambitious for the SDGs. We need people who are too passionate and ambitious to drive the goals. Because the goals are ambitious and requires craziness, not to be crazy first. Or reasonable and abnormal young people who will drive the goals. Thank you, Africa Youth SDGs Summit, for creating this platform for young people. Thank you, my friend who believed in me and made this trip came true. Yeah, I came to this summit, this year's summit through my friends. They supported me. Thank you. So now for all my friends, the audience, my family, thank you so much. Thank you, African Monitor, for giving me the platform to speak and hold my government accountable. Thank you, everyone. The Nigerian Network of NGOs, everyone, thank you so, so much. I am here because you are. There is no better time to create change than now. There is no better place to create that change than here, Africa. Your own community, start with your community. Yes. There is no better person to create that change than you, and I learned that from Ms. Lana Manganiso. And don't be known for creating problems or just seeing them. You know, some people see problems and they don't do anything about it. Don't be known for creating problems or just seeing it. Be known for creating solutions and measurable impact, because you are the solution that we see. You are the solution, young people, and we need to collaborate, because it is only through collaboration we can make lasting impact. Thank you so much, family.